Please give it up for Mr. Bob. That's what he wants, Bob.
How you guys doing?
Yeah!
Alright, so I'm going to start out with something new. I'm going to start out with an impression. I'm not very good at this, so careful. Alright, so first impression is a basketball player on a free throw boxing in for the rebound. Alright. You guys are excited for this one? Okay, next impression is a porn star taking it up the ass. Alright, I'm glad you guys loved that one. Alright, so before I first started dating my girlfriend, I used to like to date older women. You know, I'm talking older, like grannies on a pension, older. So yeah, like there's good things and there's bad things. Like the best / worst thing is that you can fuck them as hard as you want, because they're not as sensitive as some girls. So you can just like go to town. You can fuck them harder than any girl you've ever fucked them in your life, and they will thank you for it. But you have to be careful with some of those blue hairs, because you can literally fuck the shit out of them. Alright. So, what I like to do, like when I'm with one of these ladies, I like to just jump right in there, like split open that meat curtain, and that fucking smell hits you, and it's like a Relief Society room on a hot day, like floral perfume and sourdough bread. It's like, what the fuck are you baking in there? And so like, you don't want to, like, you got to see this as an adventure. Like when Indiana Jones first enters that cave, and it's all dark and there's cobwebs everywhere, but you don't want to get scared and go like running for the cliff. You gotta coax that. You gotta get it to come out of its shell. And when it's ready, it will present itself like a punching bag tumbling out of a catcher's mitt. And then I just like to go 12 rounds on that shit. And then the ladies are like, oh, what are you doing down there? Stop tickling me and give me some fucking pleasure. It's like, oh, sorry, Grandma. I mean, Mrs. Huntsman. I mean, lover. So, eventually they start to come, and they shake a little bit more than they usually do, and they scream a little. And then, like someone clapping two erasers together, her pussy queefs a cloud of dust in your face, and that's how you know you've made some magic. It's funny now, because they're all dead. I'm sure they're in heaven. They're in heaven, but hopefully, like they're doing better in heaven. Because I think things might be so boring in heaven because your dead relatives apparently have nothing better to do than to watch you masturbate. Like I think your parents tell you that because they're trying to give you stage anxiety, like it's a school play and they've invited everyone to come watch. That's why I like to put on a show. Upstairs, downstairs, lights on, lights off. I don't know. Maybe they like to watch. Maybe. I doubt it. I don't think that my grandpa's ghost likes to watch me masturbate. He likes to watch me fuck prostitutes. So, but I've been thinking about heaven because, I'm 28 now. It's getting close. And I was thinking that we need to revamp our ideas of heaven. Because, it's based on Greek mythology and what some Jewish guys thought heaven would be like 2,000 years ago. Isn't it strange that they thought heaven would be like a gated community even back then? So, my idea of heaven is either like a Dean Martin roast or one of those Playboy After Dark parties. You know, either way, Frank Sinatra is leaving with your girlfriend, though, because that's his idea of heaven. But it's gotta be one of the old Playboy After Dark parties from the 50s and 60s. Because if it's one of the new ones, that's not really my idea of heaven. You know, like with the marginal celebrities, like, hey, it's Emmanuel Lewis. Where's that guy been? You know, like, hey, it's Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. Wow. Glad I came. You know, like, and there's the girls with the fake tits and the old men with the fake erections. It's like, that's not my idea of heaven. That's a fucking chlamydia farm. All right. Thank you, man.
They all got it.
So, but I think that the Mormons have heaven right. And before I get into that, let me say, is anybody else here a recovering Mormon like myself? Yeah, like, used to be, yeah, that's what I'm saying, recovering. Like, you gotta go to therapy to get over that shit, 'cause it sticks in the brain for years. My name is Bob, and it's been 11 years since my last church. No thanks. For 3 hours every Sunday, I would rather be raped in the ass with a dry ice dildo. Thanks. So I think that the Mormons have their idea of heaven correctly. And that's because they have polygamy in the afterlife. Now that is one fucking sweet idea. Because we're talking mounds and mounds of afterlife pussy. You know, like if you picture someone who is definitely going to heaven, like Gordon B. Hinckley. No, like definitely going to heaven. Good guy. You know, like he is close to perfection. Like if God wants to talk to us, he goes through that guy. You know, like we're not as good as him. Because if you think about it, like he's probably never even masturbated, because that's one of those things you have to talk to the bishop about. And the bishop's like, I really appreciate that you came to talk to me. I understand that this is a difficult subject, but it's very important. And you know you can never be a prophet now, right? And if you're a girl, well, just fucking forget about it. Has any girl ever gone to talk to her bishop about masturbation? It's like, oh yes, tell me more. Oh, where did you go next? Was there anyone else there? So, if you picture like Gordon B. Hinckley when he dies, which could have been like 3 years ago, because how can you fucking tell? Like how do you tell the difference between a dead 162-year-old and a living 159-year-old? You can't. It could be like some elaborate Weekend at Bernie's thing where he's like, oh shit, we're opening this temple and we need him to look really good. Put him in front of those multiracial children. Like, oh fuck, it's conference. Put him in the podium with the ropes and the pulleys and get that puppeteer up his ass. So when he finally gets to heaven, the mists part and he's met by Joseph Smith, who comes up to him and says, welcome home, my brother. He gives him a big hug and he says, let's get you into something 18 years old and wet. Just kidding. Here's a scotch. Alright. It's been a long time. You deserve it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. You are fantastic.
Bob, you guys. Get her done. Who said that? Who said get her done?
Missouri.
Oh, you guys like fucking that. Oh.